Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are playing in a brand new concealer from Huda Beauty, and I am doing a 13-hour wear test. I've used this several times. This is not a first impressions, so I have some thoughts for you guys as well as that 13-hour clips of inserts for you. But this is the Huda Beauty the Overachiever Concealer. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys the info, the 411, and then I'm going to show you guys me applying it to my face today, and then the wear test that I did the other day, and then my thoughts on how it wore pretty much every time that I wore it and how I tried it different ways. So let's go ahead and get into the info. So this is what the concealer looks like. It comes in a tube and it has this really nice end on it. So instead of it being a sponge applicator, it's this metal one and it's cool. It feels really nice on the skin. It retails for $30. It has 10 milliliters, so if you're familiar, so does the Tarte Shape Tape. So it looks tiny, but it packs quite a bit of product in here for the price. The shade that I grabbed is Coconut Flakes, I think, yeah, 10N, which is for a light neutral undertone. And for reference right now, I am an NC20 in MAC. I got mine off the Sephora website, so that is where I'm going to be reading from. It says the coverage is full. The skin type is sensitive, normal, dry, combination, and oily, so it's made for everybody, and the finish is matte. What it is, a full coverage concealer armed with skincare actives and a cooling Zamac tip. I don't even know what that is, but I do agree, it is cooling. Now there's a whole lot more information on this. I'm just gonna read little pieces, but I'm gonna have it inserted on the screen still. Packed with 31% pure pigment and multi-action skincare actives, the Overachiever not only covers and conceals, but also soothes the delicate skin around the eyes with every application. The formula works to disguise the appearance of dark circles, redness, hyperpigmentation, age spots, and discoloration with a beautiful luminous matte finish. So just like the name says, it is an overachiever. It does quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you guys me applying this underneath my eyes. So I squeeze up just a little bit on the tip and I put it basically only on this inner corner because it spreads quite a bit. I found the first time that I used this that I used too much and it was way too heavy underneath my eyes. So I don't even go in with the same amount that I would with, say, the Tarte Shape Tape or even the new Too Faced one. The Too Faced one is definitely thinner than this. This is a thicker concealer and it stretches out a long way. It is fast drying. It goes on and then it is there. So like work in sections. So I did one eye and then the next, but you can see the difference between the two. And the close-up you can see without it being set, it is very nice. And it does have a luminous matte finish, but I can never not set my under eyes. So after I set it, I used my Huda Beauty powder to bake. I have found that I like that powder the best. I have tried the Becca one and everything, but I just like it the best with Huda's powder. And you can see everything is really nice and smooth in the close-up when I've got my makeup completely done. I do feel like I can still see a little bit of discoloration, and I don't have a lot. That's not something that I really feel like I struggle with, but I can see it after I have set my concealer. Sometimes that just happens. It's almost like a translucent powder. Sometimes will take away a little bit of the coverage, but it doesn't bother me. I feel like it looks just a little bit more natural. But again, after you set it, it's pretty darn matte. So I'm going to show you a clip of it being first applied the other day, and I had just a little bit more than I have on today. Not a lot. This wasn't the time that I wore a ton, but a little bit more than I had on today, so you can see how it looked initially. I think it looks very smooth, very perfected, and very matte, very bright underneath my eyes. Now at the 4-hour mark, and this is from the other day, it still looked matte, but I'm liking it more because I feel like it has sunk into my skin just a little bit better. But around my nose, I'm having to be, I can see my pores just a little bit more. You're not going to really see them on camera at this point, but right here, right around my nose, I can see my pores. And this happened every single time that I wore the concealer. Obviously, I won't know if it happened today. I will let you guys know down below, but every single time, this area right here, I don't know if it's an ingredient with it or what, but my pores just do not love this concealer. And I've tried it with several different foundations. So every time I wore it, I also wore it with a different foundation. So I knew that it wasn't my foundation or primer or anything else being weird here. It was definitely the concealer. At the 6-hour mark, I'm still super duper smooth underneath the eyes, but again, you can see my pores even more. It's just kind of throughout the day, you can still just see more and more texture coming right around this area. And then I went and I hung out with Kelsey, and then I came back. So it was 13 hours that I had this on, and I was like, hey, why not go ahead and just get a clip of this real quick? So this is where I'm having the biggest problem other than my pores. It's only happened twice. I've worn it 4 times, but twice I got like these trough marks. And this has never happened with me before, ever, ever, ever. It darkened right here underneath both of my eyes. I have no idea why. I will admit that I had been sick, but like I'm still kind of sick now, and I had tried, I don't know if that was it or if it was oxidation, something with the powder. I don't know what was going on, but I had dark lines just here, but then everything else underneath my eyes was still really bright. So I'm not sure what happened. And then I'm gonna try and zoom into a spot where you can see the pores that I'm talking about and just like leave it there, because this is what's happening. It's just like my pores just became really, really exposed. Overall, I did get a little bit shiny only down here. Underneath my eyes, I got a little bit more dry, but overall, I feel like this wore very well. It's just more than what I'm used to now. So like, again, if you like the Tarte Shape Tape, I think this is more hydrating than what this one is. I think this one is pretty darn matte. Like it's pretty matte if you set it. Again, I haven't tried not setting it because it's not something that I do. I've tried it with the Tatcha Pearl. I love it with that. I've tried it without anything underneath it. It's my least favorite, but my favorite is how I have it on today, which is with the Becca Under Eye Anti-Fatigue Primer with this, and just a little bit is my favorite way to wear this. But I will say, like, already I've only had this on for like 2 hours, and I can see a little bit of texture. You're probably not going to see it on camera because everything is so matte. Yes, matte things you just don't usually see as well on camera, but I do notice my pores just a little bit more. So I'm a little concerned that if I were to continuously wear this, that for me, that it could cause, you know, like, have you ever tried a product and then like your pores stay large for like 2 weeks and then they finally calm down? I'm a little scared to keep trying this out, but I've tried it several times. This is the 5th time today, 4 times prior, and I feel like I've gotten a really good inkling for how it wears. I think it wears very nicely. If you like a matte finish, this is great for you. It's got great coverage. I love the tip on this. I'm telling you, it feels so good. But just remember, a little goes a long way. You really don't need much. And I think that if you're oily, that you are going to like this concealer. It says that this is for all skin types, but I can't say that I agree with that, because I think if you are too dry underneath your eyes, I think this is going to make you look a little bit crepey. I would say normal, oily combination, you should be fine, but I wouldn't suggest this for somebody who is dry underneath the eyes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.